Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Epilogue podcast. I am joined here by Adam,
What up?
Kyle, and I'm your host, Mitchell. How are you two doing?
I'm still really upset that we
fucking
didn't
hate
clap
you.
at the start.
Shut
Oh
up.
my
I'm
god,
still
Kyle.
really upset that we didn't clap at the start.
Shut the fuck up.
I can't start a podcast without that clap.
Okay, if you
that
can't
proper clap.
if you can't do that, then we'll do that next time, okay? Oh my god, fuck you. I hate both of you so much right
It
now.
wasn't even me. It was him clapping.
Can I just point out, I've been recommending a video on YouTube called How to Summon Microscopic Cumlord, and it's been uploaded by Cumlord Official.
That's how you know it's official. That's how you know it's an
I'm
official
just going
thing.
to scroll past that. Anyhow,
Okay. Hey, that's pretty good.
Not putting it straight into your watch later. What are you doing?
I don't know.
I forgot that was a thing. I'm going to do that right now, actually.
So this episode has definitely been an interesting one to try to set up. I know we were originally going to try to record a week or 2 weeks prior, but it was like everyone had prior obligations. Like, fuck, can't join. Okay.
I was moving to university.
You were moving to university. That was valid. Kyle was just kind of being Kyle.
I'm fucking lazy, but okay. It was,
It's
it was
okay,
mainly
baby.
because
We're all
I didn't want
we're all
to. It was
lazy.
mainly because I didn't want to do it without Adam, because I believe that
Aw.
Adam is the glue that holds us together.
That's bullshit, but okay.
No, Adam is the cum lord.
Official.
Is official cum lord.
Official.
So no, so I mean, like, aside from all of that, fuck, I'm doing this the night before release because I'm gonna kill myself just to make this happen.
Jesus.
Oh baby. Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh no, because I have all the stuff needed to actually make the mastering process quick and efficient, and it's just gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna have to haphazardly put the video together. So it's
Good
whatever.
luck, brave soldier.
Yes. So I guess
Rip in peace, friend Roni.
yes. But more importantly, rest in peace, ProJared, for he decided to create a long-winded video about sexual allegations.
I love your segues, Mitch. They're almost as good as Linus Tech Tips.
That's about as subtle as a brick going through my window. Shit.
Ow! Jesus, you guys, that's so mean.
That's like killing a bunny with a rocket launcher. Holy shit. There's nothing left. There's no subtlety. There's nothing left. There's just bits of rabbit everywhere, and there's nothing to eat. It's all all cooked, but it's not like quality.
Hey, you guys want to go over the top 6 worst SpongeBob creepypastas? That's also recommended.
Yes.
Ow! I hate
I
you
believe
all.
that I believe that that's our next podcast, is just us talking about SpongeBob creepypastas.
SpongeBob creepypastas. Okay, I think I can make that happen.
Because hear me out. You know how we talk about stuff that goes on in like the internets.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody talks about that because it's like, other than, what's the channel name for that, Adam?
For what again, sorry?
For the SpongeBob creepypastas.
Oh god, I think my recommended refresh. No. I'm gonna actually have to search. I'm actually gonna have to search.
Get roasted.
Oh god. Yeah, so like no one else does that. No one has a podcast discussing the worst thing on the internet, which is children writing shit.
It's by a channel called Phantom Strider. Wait, what? I've watched this guy's videos before. He does videos on like, we're just like, you know, kind of like reviews SpongeBob episodes. Like goes over like the worst SpongeBob episodes, the best ones, the weirdest, creepiest. Now he's to say he wanted to go over the top 6 worst SpongeBob creepypastas.
Look, the money was there. That's all I'm saying.
No, it
The
wasn't.
money was there. He just took the money. Hey, don't judge. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. It's that simple.
He
Can I hate everything?
saw He saw a market building and he was like,
wait, shut
oh, yeah.
up.
All right,
Shut
then.
up. There is no market. Shut up. Stop talking.
I'm in the market for a video like that.
Are you sure about
On you?
that?
Stop moving your lips and having words come out of it like that. Stop it.
Mitch, do you
Ow.
reckon are you in the position or the market to have somebody read SpongeBob creepypastas at you?
I couldn't say that I am.
That's exactly it. You don't know up until somebody does it.
Well,
You don't know up until a man breaks into your house and holds you at gunpoint to read his
Okay, right.
SpongeBob
just
creepypasta.
like how that. What?
Can I just say, people who like get mad at like comedians and shit when like they try to like segue into a topic and then they get sidetracked for about like 5 hours. You don't try and do it yourself, and then you'll realize how fucking how easy
just
it is.
did.
Yes, exactly.
Like we just did when I was trying to segue into the ProJared bullshit. You're like, wow, that's just like a brick flying through my house.
Yep.
Totally subtle.
I'm sorry, but your segue was like horrible. I had to completely derail it to survive. It had to be removed.
You had to be removed, and I will remove you from kebab.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's right. Seethe in rage at what I just produced.
Okay.
Fuck you.
So the ProJared thing, I'm just gonna
Yes.
ignore your insults because I receive them on a daily basis.
I
The
don't.
ProJared thing, I know absolutely nothing about it.
I can simply say I was the one who sat through the entire video. I even got a bowl of popcorn and everything and just sat down and watched it in its entirety. And I will tell you, the only thing he ever really covered in broad detail, or I should say not broad, that's not an accurate word to use in this case, in specific detail, was the whole sexual allegations thing regarding like sending nudes to minors. So that was the biggest thing he discussed about. I was explaining to Adam this outside the podcast a little bit because he hadn't watched too much of it himself. He had mainly watched bits and pieces, or he'd mainly heard bits and pieces about it. But the most that he covered about the whole cheating deal, he did it within a 10-minute range. And already, I mean, like the cheating bit.
Wait, how long was the video?
It was about, I believe, like 48 minutes or something like
42.
that. 42. Thank you.
Alright, before we become a complete market replacement of that by covering everything that he said, why couldn't he have just covered his part of it and left it?
I really don't know. So with the cheating allegations, I really don't give a shit about it. I really don't. It's fruitless to try to even go after it in any other way, because all you're doing is just creating another situation of he said, she said, and it's useless.
Yeah,
it's just
I never
useless
really
banter.
watched like ProJared and the.
I didn't either.
It didn't upset me to know that his PP was out there on the internet.
Yeah, no, like the cheating allegations, right? That's just like, who cares, you know, unless you watch them, and then like your barrier is kind of broken. They're like, oh, he's not that good a person after all. At least at this stage, he's not a pedophile. I mean, he's still, right, okay, he's still probably, or he still might have cheated on his wife.
Yeah, but who cares?
With his friend's recently divorced wife.
Yeah. All right.
But
I want to. You know how we're talking about people that we used to like, or that, you know, how some people used to watch ProJared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Has anyone in this like call right now actually watched any of H3H3's recent videos?
Recent? Not in the past 6 months, no.
No, because the last video I watched, just I don't know. I'm not I'm no content creator, so it's not really fair for me to say that I hated it. It's just that I didn't. It's not as good as his old shit.
People still watch his like channel,
well,
his channel's doing better than ever.
Okay, so here's what I would say is kind of more the deal with like H3 for a fact. The reason why I could say he's probably more of a hollow husk of what of his former self is simply because he's had to deal with YouTube and their bullshit. So he because of how YouTube's like copywriting system and all and like terms of service and all this other shit that comes along with it. I think more so than anything, he was kind of getting screwed over in some respects. And then I think because of him getting screwed over in certain deals, he just kind of grew to dislike it more so than anything. And from what I
don't
understand,
know. The thing is, he's been making a lot of money from his podcast. So it's not like
that, and that's what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
No, that's what I'm getting at is that I think because he's starting to do the H3 podcast now, and it's becoming a profitable market for him to do that over his videos on the commentary, in a commentary style. I think he's weighing his costs or his return on investment on both channels, and he's going with the one that's giving him a better return on his investment, which is the H3 podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Look, as much as I believe that it's a lot about making money and it's a lot about staying afloat.
Yeah.
He wasn't like when he started it, I don't think it was ever like I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think it was ever his like main goal to make an income off of YouTube when he was doing like the original set of videos that I will sit down and rewatch.
No, see, the thing is that most well-respected people of the community aren't doing it for money per se. They ended up growing into making money out of it and growing into the necessity of making money off of it.
Yeah.
That's what everyone.
The thing I think he should end up doing is getting like sure, have the podcast, right?
Yeah.
But then produce videos that you know YouTube aren't really going to monetize, but you enjoy making.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you know the videos where like he goes out and does like the Vape Nation Funny, or whenever he just like goes outside and does videos and he's like dressed up in stupid shit and like he just does stupid shit outside. He says like he doesn't like producing those videos. He like feels like really
because he felt it was degrading in his eyes.
Uh-huh.
And I can understand that if you're not one of those people that are willingly able to go, through that whole degradation process to make a video, then don't do it. If it feels like it's going to cause more mental damage to you, then don't do it.
That begs the question of why did he do it in the first place?
Money.
No one was like...
Everyone is a different person when they first start, Like a good example is iDubbbz or Ian, who he used to make good old E-Dubes. He used to make really edgy content that always used like racial slurs or some sort of pervasive language, if you will. But as he got older and after the whole deadly quad or the deadly trio, if you will, Max Mofo, the boys. After the boys kind of dispersed, if you will, he kind of took his nice long hiatus, if you will, and then when he came back, he was a lot more mellow, if you will, and I think that's partly due to the whole YouTube system changing on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, haven't both Max and iDubbbz said that Joji got out at the exact right time for Frank?
No.
Really?
Yeah, George got out at the perfect time.
I reckon that as much as I really want more Filthy Frank, that he did actually get out at the right time and then start producing shit that he wanted to produce.
Yeah. Well, and even I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't think it had anything specifically to do with YouTube algorithm or terms of service.
Oh, no, not at that
changing
point.
On him.
Because by the time he'd finished and went on to making his music, like at that time, YouTube hadn't the whole adpocalypse hadn't actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not even remotely close.
That was a few months before. So. Unless he saw the way it was going, which really we should have all fucking predicted.
Yeah,
And
we
then
really
when?
should have. Because we started getting exposed to the light of the general media, and people don't like edgy content, and advertisers don't like edgy content. Ooh, wowee.
I'm only
Ooh,
hearing that we should make our own YouTube, but with strippers and hookers. I mean Pornhub.
Yeah, just start uploading all these podcasts to
welcome.
Pornhub.
You literally could do both.
We could in theory do both.
You have the sound, you know. So if we say something upsetting, well, actually no, put the uncensored ones up on Pornhub. Because they'll stay up there, they'll be fine.
because Pornhub Aria doesn't give a shit.
Well, they do though.
Well, in terms of like censorship, no, they don't give a shit. But in terms of content creators, they care.
How many video views in November actually gets them to plant trees? What was it again?
I don't know. I actually don't even remember.
They basically cancelled No Nut November by going, hey, if you watch a certain amount of if there's a certain amount of views, we will start planting trees.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
They cancelled No Nut November.
The No Nut November gloves are coming off.
Oh,
it's a shame.
It's a shame. It was fun while it lasted, but I've got some trees to plant.
I gotta distribute the free literature somehow.
There we
go.
Is this a Letterkenny meme, or am I the only one that gets that?
Letterkenny, yep. You were spot on with that. So okay. Anyways, aside from all the other YouTubers in the space, with ProJared, getting back to the point, with him. With all the like sexual allegations, the main like actually big concerning part was that he was sending nudes to minors, which he debunked a good portion of that, because there was two major people that were like going out of their way to try to tear him down by accusing such things. And I wish I could remember their Twitter handles off the top of my head. I really don't care at this point. But anyways, they were pretty much accusing him of him sending nudes to them over Tumblr during the whole fiasco that he was doing, the whole the sexual positivity and all this other shit on his Tumblr page.
Wait, hold up. Didn't Tumblr ban porn? How could he do that?
This was all prior to that. Make sense?
Yuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when Tumblr was actually a thing?
Yeah, back when Tumblr wasn't, getting sold to WordPress for $3 million instead of, being bought out by Verizon for $1.1 billion when they originally got purchased out by them.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a fun little fact. Tumblr's been bought out by WordPress for $3 million in comparisons to the $1.1 billion they were originally bought out with.
Lol.
Yeah. Depreciation in value.
Buddy.
Yeah, ripping
WordPress
pieces.
are literally just going to buy that and then reinstate the whole NSFW thing and then sell it for $2 billion again. And
probably.
And they're just going to be stonks.
That would be the smart thing to do. Really.
Oh yeah.
Smart thing to do for Tumblr would
throw
be
the CEO of Tumblr out the door and bring someone in that's going to be okay with that sort of shit on their platform, and just let them have at it. All you got to do is just monitor
WordPress.
All you gotta do is just monitor the actually illegal shit and report it to the proper authorities and have them IP banned.
Yeah.
It's that
before
simple.
It's WordPress and they just don't care.
Yeah, they probably won't, but it's wishful thinking anyways. Okay. So the one person that was accusing ProJared of the whole nudes to minors bullshit, the time range that he was giving, which I believe was March to June of 2016, 2017, somewhere in that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So ProJared had actually dived really deep into this, and I'm actually I kind of respect him for this because he did his research. The person that was making this accusation during that exact period of time was having symptoms related to axonal brain damage from an accident that he had sustained earlier in that year. Yeah. So I believe he was having hallucinations, periods of psychosis, and other things. Nice meme, Kyle.
Imagine having hallucinations about ProJared's penis. I'm not okay.
I think Kyle's having a stroke right now.
That's a shame. Anyway, moving on.
It is a damn shame. Anyways, so
can I just have my stroke in peace? God damn!
No.
Don't be so harsh.
Fuck you. Die in peace. Anyways, yeah, I don't care. Anyway, so the one person suffered traumatic events which caused a state of psychosis for a long period of time that lasted through the time space that these accusations came from. So, as ProJared would put it, how do you go saying that what this person is accusing him of doing is actually true? Because of these details that have come out. Now, the second person that came out and did this, he was in cohorts with the first person. So both of these two that were making allegations were friends with each other. So
did you just say the term cohorts?
Yes, I did say cohorts. It is.
That's pretty. The word cohort just upsets me, and I hope you know that. I just want everyone to understand that the word cohort really upsets me, and it's my trigger. Continue.
Cohorts. Fuck Adam, your feelings.
Adam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Okay, Ben Shapiro, shut the fuck up. Anyways, so the one person was friends with the person that had axonal brain damage, and the second person had actually talked with ProJared and had actually made communications with him, but the catch to this, the gotcha out of all of it, was that he had lied about his age. So right then and there, how do you go making an accusation when you yourself have lied to the person you're accusing? How is it the person's responsibility to keep track of these sort of things?
That's big retard energy.
It is big retard energy.
That's
really
large retard energy.
It's real brainlet images. Let the brainlets fly across the screen. I want all of the brainlets all over this screen right now.
Okay.
Yes. So,
We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to single people out.
Oh, I'm going to single them out because...
Are you putting an image of yourself at the end there?
Probably.
Not the usual GIF or... Oh, I know, you have the MP4 for that, don't you?
Oh, the Shooty McShooterson?
Yeah, Leify.
Oh, yeah.
Leify.
Oh, yes, I do.
There he is.
There he is. Oh, that beautiful bastard.
The boy.
There's our boy.
The boy.
Do you guys know what he does now?
No.
What does he do?
He produces children's music.
What?
That's funny.
No joke.
Isn't he like Norwegian or some shit?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly sure, and I've seen him in the video for kids' music in that language.
In Norse.
It's excellent. It's excellent. Like, it's not good music. I don't like the music, but I believe that that's the best way he could have gone. The best way he could have gone. At least he's not dead.
From screaming naked in the shower with a assault rifle of sorts, to making children's music or being a part of children's music.
Indeed.
Beautiful.
No, he sings and dances. That's what I saw. Because it's the same face. That's how I know.
Oh no.
Okay,
yeah.
Unless you say they all look alike, which is racist. Stop that.
They all look alike.
Adam?
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Facts don't
stop
care
being
about feelings.
racist.
Yeah, I said nothing.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought.
how can you mix me up with Adam?
Oh, sorry, Adam.
Yeah,
Mitchell,
you
stop
better be
saying
sorry.
racist shit. Goddamn.
Fuck you.
Holy fuck.
Fuck you.
I'm just gonna keep posting memes. I don't want to occasionally scroll by.
No.
Oh, okay. So
No, I'm okay with the no.
no.
Like,
Anyways, so honestly, like in the end with ProJared, like the entire deal was just kind of messed up. Really, it just like most of this shit just needed to stay private. And if you're gonna, we seem to keep coming circles with this sort of shit with allegations and whatnot. If you're gonna accuse someone of an actual fucking crime, don't report it on public media, because the court of public opinion means literally dick all in actual court litigations. You know, if you got a problem with someone, fucking take it to police.
Me too.
Yeah, hashtag pound me too.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, pound me too.
That would be your favorite, Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, you stop that.
You stop that shit.
That would be your favorite. It's really hard for me to go to look at any allegations now and go, oh, yeah, that's real, without going, how's this person planning to make money off of this?
Yeah, like with this shit, whenever I see allegations coming out, it's just like, really? Are we really taking this to the court of public opinions again?
Yes.
Like, fuck off.
And then it's just like, this image. Okay, retard.
Yeah.
Hey, you stop that. You can't say that.
Okay, retard.
You can't say the R word. Oh
Can't
no,
say
our
the R
Discord
word.
will get shut down.
Oh no, our private
Christ.
Discord call will get shut down by the great furries from above.
Oh, speaking of
Oh
which,
my
did you see
God.
that thing about that furry who, like, he stuck his hands in dry ice overnight so that the medics was to amputate his hands and he could, like, replace them with paws.
What?
Yep.
You're fucking shitting me right
no,
now.
I'm not shitting you right now. I will get the images up.
Dude, that's like a case of Florida man right there.
That face when
That's
this guy is gonna, like, live on disability for the rest of his life and, like, fuck his husband with, like, prosthetic horse dildo hands just because he wanted to.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that upsets me so much.
I actually don't really have much to say.
I didn't want to know this.
Aside
I didn't
from,
want to know about this.
Anyway,
I swear to fucking God, this is like another.
There is the picture story.
Well,
oh my God.
Well, they're gone now.
Story
now.
on the right.
No. That's like actually
Why
disturbing.
Do you always find this shit? Like you were the one that in the first podcast, you were the one that found the fetishizes images of like.
Yeah, you're like worse than me.
I was just looking up images of like the bomb, right? And then one of them was like My Little Pony inflation art of the bomb.
Oh God. Don't bring that up again. I really don't want to think about that anymore.
No, wait, let me read out this.
If you want to see that image, just go to the first podcast.
Let me read out the story. A furry used dry ice to damage his hands beyond repair, so they would have to get amputated and he could get paws. He is claiming that he was using the dry ice for arthritis pain relief and he accidentally fell asleep for 6 hours with his hands in dry ice. However, there is no documented arthritis remedy using dry ice. There is a long history and documentation of amputee fetishists using dry ice for amputations. He also has a Twitter full of paw fetish and tweets about how comfortable it would be not having hands. Hands, I'm so woof without you.
I love how that's just.
I love 4chan sometimes.
You know what You know the best part about this is now he doesn't have hands. So what's he going to do without hands?
Yeah, exactly. Well, live on disability allowance. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's going to drain the taxpayers
You know what?
with
At least,
disability.
no,
like fucking
right, at
retard.
least he's not working in the service industry, like drizzling like blood and
Well, he
cum
can't
into my
now because he doesn't have
KFC.
hands.
Mhm.
Like, I'd rather he live at home and not interact with the society than do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my God.
I wouldn't. See, here's the thing. As a person who willfully pays his taxes, willfully works for a government, where the people who pay taxes to the city pay my bills so that I can pay taxes back to the city and to the county and to the state and all this other jazz. I don't want to be paying taxpayers' dollars to jackasses who put their hands in dry ice just so that they can have paws for the rest of their life.
Would you rather he drizzled blood and cum into your KFC bucket meal?
I don't go to KFC, so I'm okay with that.
That really depends on how much you eat KFC, man.
Which,
Like,
again, I don't
Or you
eat
could do it into
KFC.
your Big
That
Mac.
shit fucks my...
Oh, okay,
I don't eat Big Macs. I do not eat Big Macs. I live without Big Macs
That's
just
why
fine.
you're so skinny.
Oh yeah, you
That's
know.
why you're so sad.
Yeah.
T-pose to assert dominance. Fuck you, Kyle.
Don't be mad at me.
I'm gonna
I
be
don't
mad
know.
at you all I
believe
want.
that there should be a system of finding these people and putting them in a separate
Euthanizing them.
area
Okay.
for their own health.
Yeah, sure. Why
Oh,
not?
be like that one prime minister from, what was it, the Philippines, that was like, yeah, let's just send everyone to an alligator-infested island that's a criminal.
Why is anime
I thought it
always
was
so
I
high
thought it was
resolution?
illegal now, or I thought in America that being a furry was now classified as a mental illness, which I
No, that
wholeheartedly
was-
agree with.
That was transgenderism, and
Oh
that-
no!
yeah, that's
No,
a
you're
really
just-
touchy topic.
You're just opening up a can of worms and then just
Exactly,
pouring it on
and
your
that's-
kids for no reason.
Stop.
Yeah,
Just stop.
stop! You have violated the law. Pay your quarterly dues
I've
or
got
pay
this,
it
I've
with
got
blood.
this.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks
Okay.
the law on my watch.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's all I've got to say.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not even gonna really touch on that because that's not really worth crucifying myself over, because it is really a difficult topic to just try to piece apart.
Shut up.
So
The whole
I know.
Yeah, just stop. Just what?
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? Oh yeah,
So-
you got suspended from Twitter. You're in Twitter jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't make him start. Christ.
fuck Jack
But we can
Dorsey,
just make
that
fun
silicone
of him. We can just
munching
make fun of
fuck,
him.
that piece of shit.
Okay, before you continue, I don't know how you manage it. I've never been banned from Twitter.
So-
I've been
I-
restricted
okay.
a couple of times.
I've
yeah, I
never
know-
been
I know you
restricted or
got-
banned.
Okay,
That's because you don't use Twitter.
Okay,
I
so
do
here's
use
the-
Twitter. I go on it every day.
Yeah, but you barely ever post anything.
Yeah, unlike
That's the way to use
myself.
public
But see, and here's the thing.
Imagine putting yourself in that situation where you can, lose your entire income / life by posting the wrong thing.
So here's the thing, and this all stems from when I had my original Twitter account, like the original @Boombox Twitter handle. What had happened was that I guess I had made a post that offended some person. They decided to report me, and my original account had gotten suspended for abusive behavior or whatever it was. I can't even remember what it was because it was that stupid. And so it was such a stupid thing. I appealed it like 3 times with Twitter, and every single time they came back and told me that no, we're not gonna give you your account back because you violated the terms of our service. I don't know if you've looked at the rules recently, Kyle or Adam, but the rules are vague as shit.
No
They
shit.
are really vague.
Oh yeah, they always are.
because they had
It's the same
yeah.
thing with YouTube. If they don't want something on their platform, they can just remove it, and that's why they do it.
yeah.
It's a similar
So-
thing with laws in certain countries. Like if a law is very vague and open, they can just use it to nail people
So
that they
anyways,
don't want around.
so fast forward 2 years. I've had another Twitter account for that long. I pretty much had made one immediately after I had gotten suspended, and I laid low for a little while. So 2 years pass. I end up making another Twitter account under the known as the Flaming Croc, because I was doing a little bit of a meme where I was acting as the great Flaming Croc from the planet Mercury or some shit like that, and I was just spouting random bullshit about it. It was a joke. So, anyways, my original alternate account, so the Boombox Alt Twitter handle that I used to have, had gotten suspended around that time for owning multiple Twitter accounts for abusive behavior. I still thought that was bullshit because it was all stemming from the original Twitter that banned me over a bullshit reason.
They found you.
They found me, pretty much, and it's just like, fuck you. So I went on to my to the Flaming Croc Twitter, and I pretty much got everything converted over to the new alt, and I tried to lay as low as possible. I shit you not, 4 days later, that account got suspended.
Is it because you're using the same IP?
It probably is. They probably have IP banned me, which is stupid.
Well, no, because if you go on this, like, if you log in and say, hey, this person's the same IP, maybe that's a public, maybe he's going to get a Big Mac, but then they realize, oh, it's him. He's so small, he doesn't get a Big Mac. What are you on about? He's a small boy. Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, he's at home. Let's just ban him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Can you still, even though it's suspended, can you still browse?
No. So here's the thing with Twitter accounts when they get suspended. You can only see the new shit that was on your Twitter feed on the day that you got suspended. You can't see anything new. You can scroll past, or you can scroll back in time and look at some shit to a point, but you can't go towards the present. You're stuck in the past with your old Twitter accounts. And so that's the ridiculous part, is that now I've been stuck using Discord, Facebook, and Instagram for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or some shit like that. And it's honestly ridiculous, because the whole concept of these privatized companies having so much control over how speech is handled is ridiculous. There's no reason for a company to have that much power that they can ban anyone on their own whim because they're a private company. And these companies seem to forget.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, I'm going into Alex Jones territories. These companies.
Alex Jones.
These companies.
Jones.
Yes. These companies have forgotten how much sway they actually have over the conversation of any sort. So they can manage all the political discussions that go on, and they can sway them to do whatever they want them to do.
Yep.
I think people seem to forget about that, and we're gonna find out. Is this turning
into another episode of Black Mirror?
Yes,
it probably is.
Definitely.
I think our existence has become another episode of Black Mirror.
I finished Black Mirror now, and every time that this sort of conversation happens, I'm like, yo, is this Black Mirror all over again? This shit, I swear, Lordy. This shit literally happened in that show.
Yeah.
Almost like they were trying to teach us something. Almost.
Yeah, except they're trying to be hyper political about it, and no one gives a shit because people don't have the emotional empathy to sit there and try to listen to the other side of a story. Cause fuck that.
Yeah, just perish. I don't
perish.
Care about your political opinions. Just perish.
Orange man bad, blue man bad.
Oh
god.
Yes.
Oh god.
Please take a shit.
The American is.
The
American has started. It's real.
Yes. It
Am
is.
I the only one that stopped going on poll a long time ago?
I'm on it right now.
Why the fuck are you on /poll right now, you degenerate?
Because the word was said.
He's about to blame certain ethnic groups for things.
Oof, no. We're not going there, beauty.
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no. I'm not interested in, editing all that shit out. So So now you
Have we
decide
reached
what?
we reached the height of this conversation. This is as far as it's gonna go.
Oh yeah, like with the Twitter conversation, I pretty much got everything that I wanted to out. Fuck Jack Dorsey, that silicone munching degenerate. I really do hope someone yeets him
You
out of
said
his
that
chair.
already, brother.
Yes, I know.
You said that
Go
already.
ahead. Go ahead. Use your little hotkey because I know you've got it.
For what?
Hmm?
For what?
I know you've got it, brother.
Yes,
Come
brother.
There we go. I was waiting for that.
That was perfectly timed too.
Do you want
What,
to go?
yes,
Do you
brother.
want to go to the cum bucket? Yes, brother.
Yes, brother.
brother.
I'm very happy with that one. By the way, that's my favorite one.
I hope so.
That and then
For the Emperor!
that's just good for games. That's good for
Yes.
life.
Anyways, so since he decided to pull this with me, at Kyle, how's your training going?
Oh, I already did all of that. Don't worry about my training. I don't want to talk about it. Fuck's
Are you
sake.
sure? Are you sure about that?
I'm.
Because I know you were
Yes.
pretty fucking heated about that earlier.
I know I'm hated about it, but I really don't want to talk about it because I'm just gonna get more angry and then punch something. Like, don't.
Okay.
There will be physical violence as a response to this.
Perhaps I like physical violence, Daddy.
I
Perhaps.
will break into your house and steal your shotgun just to shoot you with it. Fuck's sake.
Break into my house and shit down my throat. You cum guzzler.
Oh no, I stubbed my toe.
Okay, so apparently this. You know how I talked earlier about that channel called Cum Lord Official.
Yes.
Apparently, it's actually just the most wholesome channel on YouTube. It's just like
Oh.
cutesy videos about this guy's dog. Who, I mean, his dog is it's the same dog as Gabe the dog, and it's pure white. It was a Pomeranian, pure white Pomeranian. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
we're
got
not-
one of them, and it's
wait,
just
we're
like
not allowed
cutesy
to say
videos about
anything
that.
more about it.
I think
Oh, about
I think
Gabe the
I
dog?
think
Fuck you.
I think his dog's just called Cum because it's white.
Oh, is it like so? It's like the small one, the small
Yeah.
ones, like the
Yeah,
tiny
little
ones.
toy Pomeranians.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about it being pure white. That's we might offend someone somehow.
Oh, for Christ's sake, no one was thinking that until you said it.
You
I know.
You actual cunt.
Now everyone's thinking that.
Yes, now everyone's
That's-
thinking that, and everyone's in the comment section going, "You fucking bitches."
What do you mean everyone? The 5 people that watch this shit.
Hey, I send this out to at least 2 people.
I at least
Speaking
send
of
it
which,
out to
Hello
2
there,
Discords.
friends.
Hello, you
Hello
cum
there,
guzzling
friends.
degenerates
All
that
I
are
know is-
Kyle's
Welcome,
friends.
welcome, audience.
Guys, all I know is I've got like a bowl of Swedish meatball pasta that I made last night that I didn't finish, and it's waiting to be reheated.
It's look-
I'm not-
It's looking at you real saucy.
yeah.
It's looking at you real horsey like.
I made
Is
it
that
from
gonna
scratch.
is that gonna be your breakfast?
Yeah. Yes.
dude.
Well, lunch.
Dude,
I woke
dude,
up
if
too
it's
late
been-
for
if it's-
breakfast.
yeah, you really did.
Maybe,
Anyways,
maybe we get some good sleep schedule going and actually pass your classes.
No.
nah, fam, that'd be fucking
that's-
stupid.
That's for pussies.
That's fucking stupid.
Another story from my recommended videos. Shrek absolutely destroys Westminster.
What?
What?
Westminster being the UK Parliament.
I know that, but like,
Shrek absolutely destroys
is this an
Westminster.
allegory? Is this an allegory for the whoever like Boris? Is it Borison? Boris
Boris
Johnson?
Johnson.
Yeah,
Boris
True.
Johnson,
he's my favorite. I love him.
true
Even
mad
though he's
lad.
like, even though he's, I don't know, even though his policies are probably shitty, I believe he deserves the most out of life. Because a man that goes around looking like that, in that position, oh, true English.
I'm trying to think about who Boris Johnson looks closely like, because I know
Donald
there's
Trump.
like Oh, that's right. He's like a British version of the Donald Trump.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Can we please get
Boris
to-
Johnson's been a meme here for about like 5 years, and now he's like, well,
That's
longer
why I
than
love
that,
him.
sorry. And
Yeah.
now
That's why
it's
I
like,
love him, because he's just a
do
meme.
you know what his dad's just as insane as him, right? When someone like was when his dad was like questioning on why he thinks Boris Johnson's such a successful politician, he said, oh, it's his hair. It's like, it's not about his policies, it's his hair. It's fucking insane.
What?
Can we get an image of Boris Johnson and an image of Donald Trump put together?
Already done. Already done.
Like one next to each other, one next to the other, and then overlaid.
Yes.
I
might not be able to get the video out. I might not be able to get the Saturday. I might not be able to get the video out on Saturday.
I have a picture of those two shaking hands.
Compilations. Hold on.
I'd love a picture of those two shaking hands.
I've done it before. I have an image of that right now if you want.
Are you telling me that those are different people and not just brothers?
Well, I mean, there's the fact.
It's probably like Donald Trump and Boris Johnson are about the equivalence of like retarded half cousins or something like that.
Yeah, but
possibly.
Like, I want to stop you, and then force you to realize that these two are at the top.
Yes, I'm aware. And
These
that's
two
what
are
kind of
as
scares
high
me.
as you can go in political status, and they just do not care. It's I love it. I love it. Even though that image ruins everything I've already said, I love it.
Two fellow people kissing. Clack 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 clack.
I'm sorry.
Can you type any louder?
I have a mechanical keyboard on my I'm sorry.
Louder.
Yeah, fuck you, Kyle. We all have mechanical keyboards.
Wait, did he just flex on us?
No.
That sounded like a flex, my dude.
Yes, it was a flex.
I've got a mechanical keyboard and you don't.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Can I just point out? This is why I love my country. This was a bit of a street art that was done, right?
Yeah.
I say street art, graffiti anyway. They painted over this like with white.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they came back.
Boris Johnson is still a pure fanny.
Oh, that hurt to hear you say.
I love how you guys have to be so polite. How you say that, and you just don't say it's like, oh, Boris Johnson is still a pure cunt or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, nothing pervasive or anything.
No,
it's just
because
like
it's about what's not said as much as what is said, and that's how it's always been.
Boris Johnson is still a pure fanny.
Like that sentence isn't as angry as it could be, and that's the best part.
That's why I like you guys. That's why I like the shit you guys say sometimes.
Pretty close to Glasgow University. Well, that was done.
That explains a lot. Glasgow.
Yeah.
Oh, so speaking of which,
I like the IRA art that was done.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really. Yeah,
so,
like the murals they have. Good shit.
So speaking of uni, hey, how's uni been for you?
Well, I've not actually started my course yet. I've done a few induction sessions this week.
Yeah.
It's been good. There was like a big games night on.
Kyle, what the fuck are you doing? You realize I'm gonna edit all of that shit out, right?
There was a big games night on that like a couple of days ago at I don't actually no wait was it no it wasn't last night, it was the night before.
What type of games, brother?
Just games, a whole shit ton of games. There was a Minecraft PvP tournament. I won naturally.
Oof.
Adam, popular boy, I'm so proud of you for doing well.
I know, right?
Son.
And there was a Smash tournament. I didn't participate.
You should have smashed.
The natural response.
You should have settled it in Smash.
No, I already settled it in Minecraft.
You don't engage with the people that play Smash like
there was
that.
a there was
They
a
are
No,
not-
dude.
there were-
Okay,
there was
they
a-
are
no,
not people.
no.
They are
You don't interact with the
degenerates.
people that play
Put them
Smash
down.
Melee. You do not interact with those people. You can, however, interact with those that have played Smash Wii U or Smash Ultimate. Those two
No,
groups of
it's
people
just
are fine.
No, it's just like Pokemon. You don't interact with other people that enjoy Pokemon. You just enjoy it as you like.
Yeah, there was
privately.
someone there who enjoyed Pokemon.
No.
And I didn't like him at all.
Oh, was
Thank
he a
you.
bit? Was he a bit of a douche? Bit of a
No, he was,
doucher.
no, he was just really bent. The two people I was talking to, I couldn't tell if either of them were men or women.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sword
yeah, for
sword or
their
They
sheath.
were both
We
like,
already-
they were both like quite short and both very androgynous. I could not tell.
Oof.
Uh,
So
we
about
already quietly tried to dodge this
one
bullet.
of them was epic. Hey, no, wait, I'm not
no,
saying
we're not
anything
dancing
bad.
onto that topic, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly. You're the one that's trying to
Uh,
make it go there. Shut up. Hey,
I wasn't. I was just saying that there was a possibility of it happening.
They could be non-binary for all I know. I don't know. I didn't ask. Anyway.
Yes.
But because I meant ruined. So yeah,
Ooh.
but yeah, the one who had like a Pokemon bag and everything and was actually playing Pokemon while I was talking to them. They were a bit of a prick. But
Yeah.
I mean the other person was chill.
Well,
Why
nice.
it's 100% why you never actually make friends with other people that enjoy Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, if you again, well, not really again, but if you know, you know. You just don't interact with
Yeah,
these sorts
There
of people
was a
because they're
Pokemon
not.
TCG tournament. Didn't enter in that.
Oh, you should have.
No, but like the thing
As
is,
much as I thoroughly enjoy Pokemon, I won't talk about it with anyone
Yeah.
because
I
it
didn't,
it just invites that sort of people. Like
I-
now that I know that Adam enjoys Pokemon, I'm not going to go out of my way to talk. He could be completely normal, which he is,
yeah.
but I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to him about it because yuck.
Oh, I mean, like, there could at least be some conversation to have with Sword and Shield that's coming out in about 2 months or so. I mean, like, I enjoy Pokemon myself. Don't get me wrong, but I fell off after like Omega Ruby and
Here
Alpha
we go.
Sapphire.
Yeah,
That's about
that was the last game I properly enjoyed was Alpha Sapphire. I played
Yeah.
Moon, but I didn't finish it.
I played a little bit of Sun, but I like got past the first trial and I was like, yeah, fuck this. I don't care.
Boys,
Yeah.
the last game I properly played was Ruby. Please don't at me.
No,
Right,
You're-
okay. Can I
Good
just
shit,
say
man. Good shit.
what's everyone's favorite Pokemon game? I'm holding up
Uh,
cards right now.
honestly, let's see, Emerald. I'm trying to
Guys,
think of
this is
the.
exactly my nightmare. I don't want to talk about Pokemon with you because I don't want to fucking ruin
For
this
me, it's
friendship.
Emerald. It's definitely Emerald.
This is
Yeah.
again. These could be exact fighting words.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
why would you ever play Ruby or Sapphire when you can play Emerald?
You're trying to start arguments.
I-
here,
No,
aren't you?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
I am not.
Okay, so
Don't-
my
you-
hands down, my favorite Pokemon game out of the entire franchise was Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Fire
If-
Red is a close second for me.
Yeah,
It's definitely
but
a close second.
then again, I was never really a solid like Pokemon fan, if you will,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it.
Like,
I play it,
the thing is with
but not
Emerald,
so much.
I play Pokemon games for like the campaign storyline,
Yeah.
like the main storyline, and then I get my team to level 100. I rebeat all of the champions and everything, like the max amount I can do, and then I'm done with that save. I move on with my life.
Yeah.
And
I
sometimes replay
I
it.
have a game that I want to talk about.
Emerald hasn't been like Emerald doesn't have the story doesn't have the replay value that Fire Red does for my mind because I can keep coming back to Fire Red all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Emerald, I'm
Right,
kind of getting bored of now. Anyway, go ahead.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Right, before I talk about what I want to talk about, is Sword and Shield only on Switch?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a Switch exclusive.
Fuck boys, I'm out. I'm not buying a Switch just for Pokemon. Fuck's sake.
Well, if
I
you
like
get
the
like
game, but it's not.
You know what?
if you get games like what is a good game on the Switch that I think Kyle would enjoy?
Yeah,
Smash Ultimate. Yeah.
Smash question mark? I don't
Smash
know.
question mark?
It's got Solid Snake on it.
Yes,
So,
it's got all the characters and they're adding more people. They added Banjo and Kazooie in the latest update, so you can play as Bird and Bear.
Look, no. I would solidly main Snake. It's not even the Snake I enjoy, but I'd do it just to piss people off.
Yeah, isn't he from like the second Metal Gear or some shit? I'm trying to remember
we could be here for hours discussing this lore, brother.
Yeah.
We could, if you know, you know. Again.
See, I never got into like the whole Metal Gear lore. I've got one friend who's like a big old fan of it. I don't know if I had told you, Kyle, but my friend has a Walkman that's from Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Oh. He's got the exact model. I think it's either the LPS or the WM3. I can't remember which one it was, but
I've been very tempted to make one of those cases that goes around your phone that looks like one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Degenerate as shit, but looks nice.
By the way, no, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, who here has Dead Rising 2?
Me.
I have Dead Rising. Yeah.
Can we please talk about the art that is that game?
Yes.
That game is like
I haven't played it in ages, but yeah.
It's not the best game out there. It's got its flaws.
Yeah.
But every time I go back to it, I seem to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one?
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
When did I play it last? I played it... Jesus.
Like, curb stomping zombies just is, like, still always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, oh, Mitch, I know the last time you played it with me.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, the last time you played it with me. I was like, hey, get on. And you're like,
shit.
oh, fine.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't be a terrible idea for a stream.
Yeah, I'd have to get... I'm waiting on more cash to come in, and I'm also waiting on AMD to release their 16-core 32-thread behemoth of a processor so that I can actually start streaming properly.
Why isn't the 12-core enough for you? Come on.
Because rendering. I want to actually
it's just not. Coward.
Also, Ableton can be a bit of a CPU hog when you're running multiple effects through it.
It's a RAM hog as well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
My favorite sentence that was ever uttered is that the only reason AMD is still in business is because of Dwarf Fortress.
Yep.
And the high technical demand of it.
Also, I know Kyle's gonna get this. Raiden, grab my hog.
No, fucking...
No, Raiden is shit. Don't at me.
Dwarf Fortress. Me at the Dwarf Fortress Sport. How do you play this game? Dwarf Fortress Sport. Good question.
we don't know either.
Like the Shrek. Good question.
Okay, yeah, no. So I've tried playing Dwarf.
It's the same thing with Dark Souls. Is this a bug or a feature? Yes.
Yes. Inclusive or right there. Yes. So I've actually played Dwarf Fortress a little bit. I never really got the hang of it because it's just that confusing to play the original version. I know there's a version of it that's coming to Steam that has the full pixel art and all that other shit that's coming with it, but playing the original ASIC...
I downloaded it the other day and tried it again.
Yeah.
It's an experience, brother.
Is it just as confusing as you remember it?
I have no idea what I'm doing. My dwarves seem okay. They're not happy.
Well,
and
they're under your rule. That's kind of a given.
Yeah.
Well, they're not dead yet, so Actually,
I wasn't
One of
anticipating them to
One
be
of them
dead.
fell into a river. One of them fell into a river and perished. I was like, why?
Well, see, why the fuck did you let him fall into the river?
Yes.
Yes. Just yes. No question about that.
How do you play this game? We don't know either.
We just kind of hobbled the code together and expected you guys to get it.
Who is it that
Cool.
makes it again?
I
that puts
couldn't
this
tell you.
together?
I couldn't tell you right off the bat. Give me a moment.
It's Torrent Adams, isn't it? No, his
Kit
last
Fox,
name is Adams.
Kit Fox Games, Taron Adams and Zach Adams.
Knew it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were developers with Bay 12 Games and those two. So
I want to stop you and just. Time is subjective. Planned release date.
yes,
We'll hey, this item is on your wish list. We'll send you an email when it releases. When?
Yeah.
When I also follow them to try to keep up to date with what they're doing on Steam, because they do actually give kind of updates to how their progress is going, and they're making some pretty good progress. I'll say that much. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I reckon once they actually put that out, people will, pardon me, mod that to make it look like the old game, because they're not used to. Because the people that play Dwarf Fortress are strange people.
Yes,
and
indeed.
You can't prove me wrong. You know I'm right.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not denying you at all.
Actually, before we continue, if you want a good Dwarf Fortress playthrough that is excellent, Krug Smash. Google him. Look him up on YouTube. He's good.
Okay.
Both good at the game and very good at creating a story.
I refuse.
Otherwise, Adam, I will put you in the ground.
I will put you in the ground.
I will bury you.
Okay.
Yes.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. So, who wants to go to the moon, boys?
Yes, I was about to.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Going
No, I wanted
to
to. I wanted to hear Adam's quiet. No, shush. I wanted to hear Adam's segue.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure was that a better than that.
Was that a better segue for you?
No, it was just as bad. It was like, hey. Well, no, it wasn't good. Don't give him any credit. It was just, hey, who wants to go to the moon?
You know what?
Me.
I proposed a question that triggered a topic. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Sure, bud. I'm down to go to the moon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't.
Well, if you want to, you can go get trained to be an astronaut by NASA if you want.
Yeah.
So
there was actually
play
a plan.
the harmonica on the moon,
There was actually
though.
a plan conceptualized in
Perhaps.
1958. The U.S. Air Force put forward to construct an underground Air Force base on the moon.
yeah, you know what?
But
And,
how do they take off if there's no
in
air?
1959, the U.S. Army's Ballistic Missile Agency organized a task force called Project Horizon to assess the feasibility of constructing a military base on the moon. So that was fun.
I reckon they've already done it. Right, I reckon they've already got everything up there.
So
they're
shut
just
up with your
releasing the
conspiracy
information to the
theory
public
shite.
now.
I'm not ready for this.
No,
you're
it's
not ready for
conspiracy
tin.
theory. Don't at me.
You're not up for the tinfoil.
Someone kick him.
Don't. Hey, I don't have any tinfoil on. Now I do.
Oh.
Continue.
So okay, here's the issue with the concept of what the Air Force was proposing in that time. If I remember, well, no, so after Apollo 11 landed on the moon, I guess there was like some legal jargon that was created that pretty much made it so that no country could lay claim to any planetary systems themselves, because that would create international conflict, because, you know, Russia could go claim the atmosphere outside the Earth and use it for ballistic missiles. Like, you know, how the good old people of the 50s and 60s were like, oh my God, Red's scared. They're going to bomb us with their satellites type shit, you know?
Yeah.
And then And then the Russians were like, "Hey, I'm very, very hungry. Please feed me." Not
Yes.
Not like, "Oh, we're gonna bomb you." Yeah, no. I'm very, very hungry. Please bring me
15
food.
million of our friends have already died because of this.
No, okay. I don't believe it's a conspiracy to say that they might already have something up there. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we
perhaps.
just weren't ready for it. You know, maybe we just weren't fully prepared for how awesome the moon base is going to be.
I think you are. I think the tinfoil is finally getting to you. I think your tinfoil has failed.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
So, right, the whole moon base thing, right?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. It's like explain that a little bit to me because I haven't paid attention to that all that much. I know they announced they were going back to the moon in 2024.
They're going back to the moon to stay in 2024.
Okay.
As in,
like camping,
so
but like on the moon.
I've like said something about this before, but I'll say it in the thing, right? So basically, like colonization of like foreign land, in this case the moon, comes in phases. Phase one is scouting and assessing the area for like for the feasibility of colonizing it. Like rich people like and monarchs from Europe sent people on ships on kind of like exploration missions. The whole Columbus thing was Columbus kept asking people that had trade routes around, like he asked Spain and stuff, hey, want to hire me to go around the back of the world to find Asia, because it's too expensive to go through like the Indian Ocean, because now someone owns that and they're putting tolls on it.
And then there was also the other part where it's like the only other option was going around the tip of Africa, which that creates a whole situation in its own because of just the length, and then the dangers of running into still air, because I know the trade routes through there were or is it like the Cape of Good Hope or some shit like that?
Anyway, so Columbus so eventually Portugal hired him, and he went back around the world, across the Atlantic Ocean. He saw America. He was like, hey. He saw Cuba. He was like, hey. He didn't know what they were. He thought Cuba was Japan, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so that's that. That's just a little mini thing. But so that's phase one, is assessing it. Phase two is sending a group of colonists. In this case, if we're sending them to the moon, it would be scientists and people to just get up,
scientists, engineers,
all these kind of people to basically set up a base on the moon. Obviously, they'll have an agenda going in for exactly what they're going to do. Because
nuclear moon base.
Yes. Anyway, that is actually a thing, because solar power isn't. It's feasible, but like, you really want to have something like decent, like, for power.
I have a question.
Thermal, what?
Can we get an Imperium of Man going before we send people up to the moon?
Okay. Anyway,
just ignore me.
Yeah, because you're memeing. I'm not memeing. Shut up.
Fuck you.
All I know is memeing. As an Australian, all I know is shitposting, and you guys continue to bully me for only knowing shitposting.
Don't care. Anyway,
don't care.
Phase one is like done. That's what we've been doing, like, since we set foot in the moon in 1969. That's what we've been doing. We've been like constantly surveying it. China's actually done most of the work on like mapping the moon's contents, like as in like chemical composition.
Doing the actual research on it. While
China did that for us. Thanks. US has been like mapping it. With satellites. But so we've got the.
And we've also been dealing with Mars.
Yeah, Mars is like, that's for another day. We need to go. We need to go to the
Mars
moon first.
Mars is a distraction, boys.
You need to walk before you can run, and that's what the moon is. So phase two, send some colonists there, get a set up. going, and they do like a little, they do their shit, they run tests, they get the food situation would be kind of, they could set up like hydroponics for like plants and shit.
That's what I was
Holy
thinking.
shit.
After they
Holy
get
shit, guys!
water
I'm getting
source.
RimWorld vibes.
Yeah.
God damn it. By the way, I have RimWorld now.
God damn
Oh,
it.
are you enjoying it?
Mhm.
I haven't even played it yet. I know I haven't installed, but I've been so busy with work, I haven't had the time to sit down and play it.
I've seen you play Binding of Isaac.
Mhm.
Yes. That's because that's what's been
So,
interesting me.
As for like where they actually set up the moon base, that would be a bit that would be difficult because
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 meteor
obviously
impacts.
meteors. So it would possibly be set up in the two locations are caves, which we know exist, and craters, like already craters for shelter.
Yeah.
Non-
Yeah.
What if we find small aliens?
Shoot 'em.
So see, right.
Everybody hoppity, get off my
It would
property.
be a good idea to set up the bases at the poles. Like, say, like if you could find like a crater at the poles that, like the North Pole, the South Pole, and that would provide a lot of shelter because the days there are 6 months long. So in that case, solar power would be feasible. You need a lot of fucking solar panels, though. So yeah. So the scientists,
Don't solar panels only last
the
for so
scientists
long?
and engineers, they'll be conducting experiments. They'll see what they can do with the materials that are on the moon.
Fuck.
For example, taking underground ice and purifying it and shit. They can use the water for hydroponics, as I said. Do that kind of shit because, I mean, that's easy. You can just fucking you can bring seeds from Earth, obviously, like a shit ton of seeds, and then just like use them for the hydroponic shit. You can also figure out a way to convert the water into hydrogen fuel.
Yep. And use it for engine fuel to get wherever you need to. And you could also probably end up learning to develop hydrogen-based vehicles that can actually burn hydrogen and use it for fuel.
Yep, they can separate it into oxygen, hydrogen, make rocket fuel.
Yep.
Boys, guess what?
What's up?
My internet just decided to end its own suffering for a minute, so I heard fucking none of that.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll probably hear it when it's all done.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
So one of the main things that what they would do is they would set up an orbital depot, if you like an orbital fuel station around the moon. Just that'll serve as like refueling missions for. It's like you can imagine like if there's a mission that's going like further afield, like they can literally just use the moon as a fucking truck stop. Which is actually.
Plus, if the moon's in the right location, can't they use it as a gravity sling to send themselves further into space a lot quicker?
In theory, yeah.
But the thing is, they could well, no, we do it. Like we do it in missions that we've done. That's how we get to Mars.
The maths was there, brother.
Yeah. Anyway, so the thing is,
your mom was there, brother.
For going to the leaving the moon, like getting into a lunar orbit is so much easier than getting into an Earth orbit.
Yeah,
it's like the amount of force you need to get off the ground on Earth and into orbit.
Is.
Oh
yeah,
you
really need to force it up there.
You need see if you were to say you had like a solid ton, like two tons of cargo that you needed to get into orbit. Like the amount of like weight that would be distributed between cargo and propulsion leaving Earth would be like about a 20th of the mass of your of your rocket. I could be off on that, but let's just say roughly it would be a 20th of the mass would be your cargo. And
damn, man, have you been playing a lot of
the rest of it would be focused on like the propulsion to get off the Earth. That would be where the rest of the mass of the vehicle would go. Or if you're getting into a lunar orbit from the moon, that would be like a pretty much 1-to-1 ratio.
Mhm.
So if you had the amount of propulsion that you had on like an Earth orbit rocket, like the Saturn V, you
Well,
could
no,
make
what
up.
you
You
would
could
do
make
is
up.
you would-
You could make up about half of it.
What you would do is you would just adjust your gravitational pull on the moon in comparisons
Yeah.
to your Earth. I'm pretty sure your math and your ratios would be about or the math and ratios and figuring all of that out would be the same. Your only factor is the gravitational pull of whatever planet you're on. So it's
Yeah.
like if you're on the moon, what is that, like 1/20th the mass of what the Earth is?
I'm not too sure. I think roughly that. Yeah. You know what? Here's a
Boys,
little.
I'm worried about something with all of this. We're not
What?
exactly made for space, are we?
No, we're not.
No.
We'd have
No,
to,
our bodies are not designed.
You'd have to be doing constant exercise on the moon. The thing is, like they say, like astronauts are, they've got to like be constantly exercise. They need to exercise for about 3 hours a day. And
Yeah,
then
something in
ISS,
that neighborhood.
they need to do. So you need to do something similar on the moon because the gravity is like. So you know what? I'll put.
Nothing.
You can flash this on the screen, but I'll just like send an image into the Discord. That's what there's like a rough like diagram of the Earth to orbit, moon to orbit thing.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely colonizing Mars definitely means starting from the moon.
Yeah, and just learning to
Like
keep going further out. I know that there's a couple planets that it's going to be literally impossible for us to even remotely colonize or even try to get close to, like Jupiter, for instance.
yeah.
We're never going
Because-
to colonize Jupiter because it has
Yeah,
a
no,
ridiculous
like-
amount of gravity, and you're just going to fucking perish.
You would
Well,
just
yeah,
like
you're going-
smash it. There's no point
No,
anyway.
the
Jupiter's just
gravity
shit.
the gravity of Jupiter is 24.79 meters per second squared.
But Mitch, we're not interested in Jupiter.
Yeah, we're
I
not.
know.
Jupiter doesn't have anything other than gas.
Yeah,
You can siphon gas off of it. Use it for
cares?
scientific
Yeah, but if
experiments.
you really
you.
wanted to do that, just send a ship through it at high speed with open port and just
Open
suck a whole
windows.
bunch in as you fly through it.
Open-
just like
Open-
just
Open
swinging,
the windows.
just swinging by Jupiter, just like, hey bro, crack a window. I'm trying to get some Jupiter gas in here.
I'm trying to get me some hydrogen, bro.
Yeah.
God, methyl
No,
chloride
fucking-
gas or some shit.
The shit thing is about the moon base. If we're like in phase 2, we'll probably be in phase 2 for like a good amount of decades.
Oh yeah, probably like
and,
2 or 3 decades minimum.
Oh, definitely. The thing is, if at any time during that funding stops, the base will be abandoned. Anyway, they need to have 2 bases on the moon that they can switch between, like between 6 months, because like it's not feasible to have like a 12-hour day-night cycle and use solar power. So if you're still focusing on using solar power, you would need to basically, one half of the year you would need to be in the North Pole, second half of the year you would need to be in the South Pole.
Yeah, and that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, but
'Cause
that
you're
is what they
you're
need to
talking
do.
about-
That is like you would just have to set up 2 bases and switch between them. That
Yeah.
is
Are
like
you telling me you can't just drill straight through the middle of
bad
the
idea.
moon?
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Very bad idea.
Anyway, but
Why?
yeah, if we want to like advance the thing to phase 3, it needs to be self-sufficient, produce
Yep.
its own resources, and shit.
pretty
like
much be able to
Needs to-
terraform
yeah.
it to how we see
that.
fit.
It needs to support itself, like through exports to Earth.
Yep.
And now, like after the moon is self-sufficient and people start exporting shit to Earth, that's when the private contractors come in. That's when the big businesses come in,
Yeah, and start
boys.
colonizing on
and that's
the
where
moon
they
themselves.
stock, they
Time to
stock up
begin
in
our space
resources and
programs.
tourism and shit. And,
Yep.
it's like if it's like about if it's a shit ton times cheaper to produce rocket fuel in space, like what else can you get rich on? Basically,
Oh yeah.
you can extract precious metals, titanium, platinum, uranium, gold, all this shit. That's all like abundant in the craters and the moon.
Yeah.
Because
Or,
you know,
or,
telling
be
you
able,
this.
or be able to run mining extractions on asteroids, and be
Yeah.
able to harvest resources from that and bring it back to the moon so that you can
Uh,
export it to the Earth.
There's one.
Hey, wait, isn't another way of making money like, you know what's been going on in China? We could make money now by just sending them guns. Easy.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
have to go
then
to
Kyle.
space for that. Don't have to go to space for that.
Pretty much. Another promising thing is, do you know what fusion energy is?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
familiar with what it is.
So
Massively
like
massively confusing.
You know, one of the main like things you'd need to like make it feasible is a large supply of helium-3.
Yep.
There is so fucking much of that on the moon. That is like abundant on the moon. So that is something. That's something that China's lunar exploration, they're currently looking into that to like mine helium-3 for studying fusion energy.
Yeah.
If we can make fusion energy work, then well,
I'm pretty sure we've been working on cold fusion and fusion reactors for like 15 years or something like that. We've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, we have been. But the thing is, with fusion reactors, right now, like the amount of energy we put into it is not. It's
not sufficient.
It's the amount of energy that comes out is so much less than gets put in. So we're just
Why do I imagine that
efficient.
if you look at fusion, the way it's done, why do I imagine that it would make more sense that we do it in space?
Mm-hmm.
Like rather
probably
than doing
because
it on
of
Earth,
gravitational differences or
the
composition.
You could go out and get like asteroids that are like floating about in space, and you could bring them back to the moon's surface and mine them.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Boys, are we starting our moon mining company today?
Let's do it, boys.
So once it starts doing that mining resources, it's self-sufficient, and it starts exporting its resources to Earth. That's it. It's self-sufficient. It has an economy.
Yep.
It is pretty much just a nation like any other one.
Yeah.
Wait, but what if the guys up on the moon get like real upset about the fact that they're doing all the work and go, no, we're not sharing this with you. It's ours.
Yeah.
And then they form their own little country.
Yeah,
basically,
that's kind of
they could
that
do
was
exactly
kind of some
that.
of the things that was discussed about in some of these like legal jargons that I was referring to earlier about how no nation could claim claim to international space.
I'm not saying that
they're gonna scrap
not a nation from Earth
once we start.
though. It's not a nation from Earth though, and once they're up there,
mixed
they run
nations.
themselves.
No, there's the actual kind of legal deals where it says that they pretty much when you send a person out to colonize a different planet, you're pretty much releasing them from the Earth. They're not citizens of any country any further.
That's my point.
Which means they could.
That's my point, brother. That once they're up there, they could say, "Wait, all this shit is done from my effort.
Yeah.
Why would I want to share this with Earth?"
Yeah.
And then they can become their own.
About building their own like planet. The moon has like all the necessary resources to make concrete. They could once they've started making an economy, they could focus on their own construction projects.
Yeah.
And they can go out and send out, like robotic mining rigs. They can do. They can build massive structures like way too big to be brought from Earth. Like they could just.
Most people understand that if you're colonizing a planet, you're usually going to need assistance from a country of some sort in order to help them. Yeah. What you're saying is accurate. It's like why would you the person?
Oh wait, no, I know where you're going with this.
They can
I want you to look at this start of America. Right?
I am aware of how America started. I'm duly aware. We ended up murdering a whole bunch of people over it as well, all because someone's country decided they were going to be dickholes and raise the taxes on us.
Maybe you shouldn't have thrown their tea in the river.
So
maybe they shouldn't have raised our taxes.
Let's be fair. Once the population of like the moon gets into like the hundreds, it'll include like private contractors from companies, scientists, engineers, astronauts. Eventually, two of those people are going to make a breakthrough, and you know what it's going to be.
Yeah, we're going to be able.
What's it going to be, brother? Tell us what it's going to be.
Moon baby. Eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Children.
That's going to happen.
Yucky.
Eventually, there's going to be like the first child born on the moon.
Yeah.
And at that point, it won't just be like a place for businesses to develop the thing. It won't just be a place for scientific exploration. It'll be a place to like raise a family. It will be an actual proper colony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once
Is
that,
it bad that I reckon once we start actually breeding outside of Earth, that the human body will eventually grow accustomed to not needing gravity and will become space fluid?
Yes.
Maybe we'll need power armor that keeps us all in, human form.
Probably.
Maybe that power armor could be bright blue or ultramarine.
Why do you continue to go for space marine type shit?
Yes, brother.
Oh shit.
Actually, I have an answer.
Die, heretics!
Wrong answer.
For the Emperor!
That's the answer. I apologize.
Okay.
Continue. I don't know. I'm not very smart with all of this.
Well,
So,
yes.
all of what you're talking about, I register it, but it goes over my head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, shit, 5 years of middle school and high school literally consisted around this sort of stuff.
Which nation would claim over the Earth, no, but the thing is, it doesn't matter what China wants. It's the people that actually go. Are they going to take the national identity of their parents, or are they going to declare their identity to be fucking United States of the Moon or some shit?
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is that eventually we might have to
when existing contracts banning a nation from owning them, and eventually when they're rewritten. Well, do you think do you think the colonists are going to get a say?
I don't think that they'll be rewritten because there's probably nothing saying that the Martians...
They will be fucking rewritten. Some country is going to want to own the moon.
Yeah. And there's going to be a big old war that starts over it.
Yeah, so
the people on the moon, right, aren't actually a part of the countries on Earth.
No, exactly.
As we said before.
Yeah,
so they could literally just go, hey, we don't want to be a part of your bullshit anymore.
That's what I think is going to happen. They're going to look at all the countries on Earth rewriting the contracts, and they're like, okay, which one of us is going to own the moon? And they're going to be like, nah, we ain't having this bullshit. We declare independence.
Yeah. And there's probably going to be a war that's fought over it.
Which I'm totally down for.
Space war.
Space war. Oh no! It's the real electric boogaloo. Civil War 2.
Civil War 2, the electric boogaloo.
Right, it's a great place for survival if something tragic happens on Earth. So,
Yeah, well, if the entire planet of Earth decides to become extinct and, the moon colony doesn't become self-sufficient within that time, then, well, shit. We could have very well faced our own extinction on the moon.
We already know this. Can you guys hold off on your Civil War for a few years so we can have it in space?
I cannot promise anything about that.
We know America is going to have a second Civil War in a few years, but could you hold off until we're in space, please?
I cannot guarantee that, but I'll see what I can do about that.
I want to. Oh, you know what I actually kind of want to see?
What?
More as an experiment.
What's up?
Is one of the astronauts sneaking an assault rifle up into space onto the moon and just wandering out onto the surface of the moon, obviously wearing a moon suit, holding a flag in one hand and a machine gun in the other.
Yeah, because they definitely be able to do that.
You are actually able to fire guns in a vacuum.
Yeah, it just goes off perpetually in the same direction until interfered with another object.
Well, if you shoot at a certain angle on the moon, it will travel around and hit your feet.
Yeah.
So, yes, space guns. It's
space guns.
But it's possible for us to fire guns in space. I'm fairly sure we've done it. As much as the bullets
know.
already have air in them when they're loaded and they're sealed.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm fairly sure.
I'm not putting it past you
also
that
an
guns can be
oxidizer.
fired in space.
No, but Adam did. I just wanted to clarify it.
Well, fuck you, Adam.
Okay.
What? He's allowed. Everyone's allowed to think what they think. You dirty dirty American.
You wanted to say something?
I said you dirty American.
You could have just called me a yank and got on with it, you fucking criminal.
No, because why? Oh, speaking of which, don't forget the people that send you to this rock. Hi, Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. I think he's perishing.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we should stop so he can go get something to eat.
Yeah, or I'm assuming everyone's pretty well done with this topic.
It's 9:04.
Oh, quiet. It's like 6:04 here.
I'm waking up early to take my dog to the beach because I mean, yes.
Ew, the beach.
I'm a good, healthy individual.
Sand. I hate the sand. It's coarse and rough.
You know the best part about the sand? It probably hates you too.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just murder an entire, academy of children.
Wait, no, I have something that's related to this.
Pretty cool with memes.
The sand be like...
The sand be like
this.
The sand be like what?
Sand be like
gun
this.
sounds.
Gun sounds.
Yes.
All right.
Beautiful gun sounds. Alrighty, you guys. This has definitely been a very fun conversation, but we are all tired. And
I'm hungry.
We all
I think Adam's already sick of my shit, really.
Yes, well, we all kind of want to lynch you, but hey, that's kind of against the laws here. So, anyways,
had it not been for the laws of this land, I would have slaughtered you.
It won't be on the moon. We can lynch as many people as we want on the moon.
Yeah.
Yes, because none of them will die.
On the moon.
Anyways, this has been the Epilogue podcast. I am your host, or I have been joined here by Adam and Kyle. I am Mitchell.
This was a mistake.
Yes, this was all a mistake, but we'll be mistakes once again next month. So until then, take care, you guys. Goodbye.
Yeah, we'll see you. Bye-bye.